Hi, everyone. I'm so excited about another episode of our series. And today, it's a special treat, even for me. When I found out who our guest was going to be, I was really excited. I want to welcome Christine. Hi, Christine. How's everything going?
Hi everyone. As you heard, I'm Christine. I'm from Jamaica, but I'm currently living in Parker, Colorado. It's been a good 3 years experience for me, and I'm loving it so far.
Great. Well, we're so excited to have you on board. The whole purpose of this series is to be an inspiration to any healthcare professional out there that's about to start their journey, in the middle of their journey, or as they're on their journey. So we get to hear from successful RNs like yourself. And I can't wait for them, the audience, really, to hear more about you. So, Christine, tell us a little bit about why you wanted to come to the U.S.
So I wanted to come to the US to experience what nursing was like outside of the Caribbean. I wanted to experience better job satisfaction, environment, remuneration. I wanted a better quality of life for my family. And not only that, I wanted to explore and learn more about the nursing profession.
Great. So, what have you found in your exploration that is different?
So for me, the biggest difference was the use of technology to enhance care. Having the ability to use technology to enhance practice was a big educational gain for me. I
Mhm.
was able to grow and expand more on my nursing knowledge and skills. And not only that, I realized that now I have access to endless opportunities to venture into the nursing field at my choosing without all the limitations that I would have back home.
Well, thanks for sharing that. That is so exciting to hear that you're pursuing your dream and there aren't limitations to that. It would really help some of our audience to understand what some of those limitations were that you experienced, to give them a picture of what that means or what that looked like for you. Can you share a little bit more about that?
So not having adequate resources to provide the adequate patient care that you would want to for your patients, not being able to choose a career field freely of your choosing, because back home it was up to the management or the leadership to decide which area was best fit for you. Being
Mhm.
here in the US, I'm now able to go through the different fields. I can select at my choosing and explore and venture more into something that I truly wanted to do.
That's so great. So, just so that our audience can picture this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in Jamaica, you have to rotate every 6 months to various specialties.
Most times that's the case. The good thing about that is that you get to experience different fields so you become more rounded in the
Mhm.
nursing profession. But there comes a time when you really find that area that you think, this is where I belong. And
Yeah.
at times you try to get into that area and you're told, no, this
Yeah.
is not the area for you or it's not your time. So that was kind of a setback. And
Yeah.
that makes you feel limited because you're not able to progress as how you would want to accomplish your dream.
So now that you're here, what are you passionate about? So, what's that specialty that you're passionate about? I'm so curious.
So I'm in critical care nursing. I'm very passionate about that area, and coming here, I've now learned to use modern technology to enhance patient care. And that for me was a great accomplishment. I'm able to give more to my patient and to possibly provide the best care that I know how to do.
Wow, you sound passionate about critical care. In Jamaica, were you in critical care? Were you in another area?
I was in critical care, but I did not have all these equipment that I now work with. So
Hmm.
that's a big plus in that area.
Yeah, so can you give us an example of some of the equipment that you're using right now that gets you excited?
So I'm able to properly monitor my A lines using telemonitors. I'm able to do CVP monitoring using different systems to measure my pressures without having to invent or using my initiative to put together things in order to get that reading. I'm
Mhm.
also able to assist my patients through direct support with the ventilators. I now know more about using those special equipment, so I'm better able to help with the RTs to provide better care for them. I'm also able to view my imaging. So if my patient went to do a scan, say an X-ray and a CT, I can pull up that on my computer as we use electronic health recording system. So I can also view my report instantly once it's read, so I
Mhm.
can be able to approach with better care to facilitate a quicker healing process for my patient. I'm not able to also cite my IV accesses. Back
Yeah.
home, unless you're in a specialized area, you aren't given that opportunity. So now I'm able to draw my labs, to perform my testing, to be able to read them so I can get back to the doctor to get prompt intervention to properly care for my patient.
Wow. How does it make you feel now that you have all of these equipment, all these tools to really operate as a nurse to the level that you want? How does that feel?
It makes you feel fully rounded.
Mm-hmm.
Being in critical care, you are exposed to a variety of knowledge. So having things to enhance that knowledge makes you feel more equipped, knowing that you're providing the best possible care you can to that patient. And then you have the desire to learn more. So you keep pushing yourself,
Yeah.
whatever new things they bring in, they're trying. You're ready to try because you want to get that knowledge so you can properly care for your patient.
Wow, it's so exciting to hear the passion that you have for nursing and the enhancements that you've received. And I can only imagine how difficult that transition was for you from Jamaica and the hospital systems that you're used to and the protocols that you're used to there to coming here to the US and now have, as you mentioned, more opportunities. What helped you bridge that gap to be able to work as a nurse here in the US successfully?
I think family support is a big thing. My husband is here with me, very supportive. And also, initially, I was a bit nervous in starting this process. But Avant had promised that they will be my ongoing support. They have numerous resources that I can draw from. And they have been and they have delivered. So I'm now feeling confident that I'm able to progress more in this field because of the baseline support that I had received in coming into this country.
That's so great. Well, what are the things that stuck out to you in the Avant program that really helped you? What are some of those things that you mentioned?
The transitional program was a big thing for me. I
Yeah.
wasn't familiar with the US dollars, especially the coins. That was a big thing for me. Budgeting was not something that I normally do, so
Yeah.
I just know that I had to do this, so I went and get it done. But going through the transitional program, we were walked through budgeting, we were walked through the different monies, US dollars that we have to deal with. Got our bank account set up. That was good for me too, and just to expose us to the culture here. So
Yeah.
being very nerve wracking, getting that exposure. I started to formulate things in my mind. I can do this. I will do this. That transitional program was a big support. At the end of it, I felt that I was ready to go out there and do what I have to do.
That's so great. Well, I'm so glad that you felt that support. That really is the goal. And the goal of that transitions program is to really bridge the gap
And
culturally and clinically.
and I must say, right, the clinical was awesome.
Yeah,
It was.
how was it awesome?
So there, as I said, the practice in Jamaica is limited, but
Hmm.
coming here, having all these equipment to work with, having that clinical instructor walking you through, guiding you, you don't feel fearful. They
Hmm.
have a welcoming nature to them, so you're
Hmm.
willing to put out the effort to learn.
Yeah.
So they teach you all these things. So when I go out there, we had an experience when we go in the field to shadow. That
Yeah.
was good too. So I was able to put one and two together and said, okay, this is what I learned in clinicals. So
Yeah.
me going into my practice area in Colorado, I was able to function like the RNs that were there without feeling fear that I might do something wrong.
That is so great. I am so glad that you had confidence and that our team supported you through that. And here you are today doing an incredible job on assignment. And we're so excited about that. So, when I hear you, I think about my own experience because I'm actually from the Philippines and I moved to the US and I went through the green card process. And I like to look back and try and help people when they're making that move, get prepared. And so, what's something that you wish someone told you back then when you were in the U.S. process? And what do you want to tell others that are in the process now?
So I wish they had told me that the initial phase was just a preparation to greater things to come.
Hmm.
Say to those that are in the processing that initially it might seem tedious or nerve-wracking, but gradually after settling down, you will realize that it was just a preparation to the start of greater beginnings, of greater things to come
Mm.
toward working to accomplish your American dream.
Yeah, and I would agree with that too. That was my experience, and it's amazing when I look back how grateful I am for the journey. It's not always easy,
No, it's
but
not.
especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
But being here now and experiencing the US and the opportunities that have been presented to me, I feel so grateful for that journey. And so, what are you most thankful for now that you've moved to the US?
So I'm most thankful for the opportunity that I got to excel in the nursing profession, opportunities that I thought were beyond my reach in my home country. I'm
Yeah.
now able to explore, to build on my nursing knowledge and skills, to gain initiatives and insights into using modern technology and research to
Hmm.
enhance quality of care and outcome. I'm also big on patient satisfaction.
Hmm.
Being here, a part of the US, I'm now able to become more fully rounded. So I'm able to provide the best possible care to those who I serve.
Nursing seems to be your passion. Why did you get into it? Like, what made you get into nursing?
So I wouldn't say it was a childhood dream. I lost both parents at an early age, and sitting back, unable to do anything to help them, just watching them go.
Mm.
Being around the nurses in the hospital, I then realized that I want to give back something in honor of my parents.
Oh,
So I
wow.
decided that this was a field that I could venture in. So I
Wow.
started.
That's amazing. That's so touching, and I'm sure they're honored by the memory that you're bringing through because it's because of that experience with them that you're a nurse today and you're making an impact on the lives of so many patients.
Yeah.
And I think one day you'll realize how big of an impact that is. But I want to say thank you. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for all of your hard work in and on behalf of our patients, on behalf of the staff here too, we just want to thank you. It's so refreshing to talk to nurses like you that care so much about providing patients with the best care, that are hungry to learn more and develop. It's not it, it's not something that we take lightly. You are an inspiration, and that is evidence in your life. So thank you for that. So what's next for you? You know, what are you hoping to accomplish next?
So I've been here for 3 years. I started accomplishing some major things on my checklist. Purchase a home. I'm
Oh,
now board. Thank
congratulations.
you. I'm now a board certified critical care registered nurse in the state.
Ooh, that's great.
Oh, and not only that, I'm pursuing my master's degree in the field of family nurse practice with the
Wow.
hope of bridging to a doctoral program for health and human sciences.
Oh my goodness. That's
Mhm.
amazing.
It is. So everything just move at a fast pace because you're not limited. You move how fast that you wish to accomplish those dreams. So open, endless possibilities, and that I'm grateful for.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
Well, you are an inspiration to so many out there. And if you have that thought of being limited, Christine is a great example to all of us that when you work hard and you go after your dreams and you have a great support system with family and a partner such as Avant to help you get there, sky's the limit.
That's true.
So you are what an encouraging story. When you look back, or when you think, maybe if you think about it today, did you think that you would be at this place where you're pursuing your master's and board certified? And I mean, was this ever in your thought process?
It was. It wasn't. I was so fearful to take that step. And if it wasn't for fear of the unknown, then I would have started the processing sooner.
Wow.
Um, but taking that step, experiencing that transitional program, exposure to the ongoing support from Avant and the numerous resources, I knew then that fear was momentarily. Avant promised to be there for me and they had delivered. So it was a great step.
That's great. And that's so true. Fear can really paralyze
That's right.
someone.
Mhm.
And especially when they're the fear of the unknown. And when you were talking, one of the things that came to mind was that we get this phrase a lot, is Avant real? What would you say to somebody that asked you that question?
Avant is real. I didn't know at first because out of all the agencies that I heard about, I was a bit iffy. And then I started hearing about Avant and all the positive feedbacks that I heard from my colleagues who are already in the US, those who are going through processing. I felt that this was a good company. When I started the application process, the NCLEX preparation, it seemed seamless. Processing went through quickly. And I was so impressed with the recruiter that presented in my home country. I
Mm,
knew then that this was an agency that I want to associate myself with. I believe that we shared similar mission and vision,
yeah.
and I was confident that Avant was able to help me accomplish my American dream.
And we do. Christine, we have the same mission and vision, and you are a great representation of our company. The fact that our mission is to change lives, and you are doing that every day, and you are also impacting your family tree. It's
Mhm.
amazing and really encouraging to it's an encouragement to anybody that's out there that wants to pursue their US process. So we want to encourage you, and I hope that hearing Christine's story today has been an inspiration for you in whatever part of the journey you're on.
Mhm.
She is an example that nothing's impossible.
That's
It's
true.
possible to reach your goals and your dreams and even go above what you thought that you could accomplish. And you
Mhm.
need the right partner to do that. And Avant Healthcare wants to be that partner for you.
That's true.
So, Christine, any final words to any of those healthcare professionals out there in any stage of the process? What would you like to share with them?
I would say to you, don't be fearful to expand your horizons. There are endless possibilities in the US. You can, as nurses, we have the resources, we have the ability to expand and advance on our nursing knowledge and skills. Do not limit yourself. Do not stagnate your potential and growth through fear. You can take control of your future. Avant is ready, they're equipped, and they're able to provide ongoing support and resources that you need to accomplish your American dream. So step out and explore and achieve your dreams with the Avant team.
Thank you so much, Christine. It's been really inspiring. I'm inspired hearing you and being part of this interview with you today. And we really want to thank you on behalf of the whole company for working so hard. And we're cheering you on for the next journey with your nursing career. We know you're somebody. You're already somebody. And I can't wait to hear years from now and see who you become. So thank you everybody for watching us today. I hope you've been inspired just like I have by Christine's story. And there'll be many more healthcare professionals on their journeys that you can get to talk to through Facebook, or call a recruiter today at Avant to find out a little bit about how you can begin your journey, how you can qualify. We'd love to support you. We want to help change your life. And really, we want to help change the lives of our hospitals and our clients and our patients. Thanks again so much for joining us today. Can't wait to see you. Christine, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anytime for Avant, the best possible agency that I came across.
Thank you. Well, y'all have a good night, evening, or afternoon, whatever side of the world you find yourself in.
Bye now. Have a great day. Bye.